Hello guys, we are finally back in Waveland Park. Sorry that I've kept you waiting, but it was a real struggle for me to come up with some ideas for the new habitat in here. As you can see right now, we are going to build a habitat for the American beaver in today's episode. And as I was saying right now, I had a really hard time to come up with some ideas. Well, that's not correct. I had many ideas of vague ideas. I had many vague ideas of what I wanted to build in this whole big new area here. And yeah, I tried some different things and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. For example, I wanted to have a huge beaver dam that connects to a house where our visitors could go into the house and have a look at the beavers in there, which was planned to be very dark in there, as beavers normally are only active at night. So yeah, that was one of the ideas, and I started building the whole thing, and it just didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out, and so I was very frustrated, and I was thinking, no, we're not going to do this just to have something in there so that I can give you a new video every 2 weeks, because the plan was to have something like a very elevated park in here, elevated in my terms, so that I wanted it to be highly detailed and yeah, very ambitious with the buildings and stuff, and very detailed, and not just building a habitat so that you have a habitat in there and can say, yeah, we have a new episode every 2 weeks. So yeah, I decided to not to do that, and yeah, it was good that I did that, because 1 week later I was able to find the inspiration that I wanted to have, and I think I built something pretty nice. So I started with this wooden cabin here. I wanted to have something like yeah, like this little wooden cabin in the nature, close to a lake, where where you wanted to have a short vacation, to relax, close to the lake. There's nothing around you, only the nature. It's just silent and relaxing, and yeah, that is something that I really wanted to have in here. I used those those tree stumps. I always call them tree stumps. I have to Google it for the next episode, if that is the correct word, or if there is another word that is more fitting. Yeah, so I used those, and I used those small Australian wooden planks to make a custom roof for that. Yeah, to make it really look like it was a little tiny, nice and cozy cabin in the woods. And I really do love how the whole thing looks in the end, and I really would love to spend a night or two in there. Yeah, and there once again with my favorite piece that I use so many times in my builds, These Australian wooden planks, they are just perfect. I love the texture of them, I love the coloring of them, and yeah, I'm just totally in love with them. So whoever did this was a genius. Yeah. So here I'm going to have a small staircase for our terrace, and I also yeah, I was looking for the perfect door to put in here. First I tried this classic door, but yeah, didn't fit the vibe, so I decided I'm going with the African one. Yeah, I know it's not an African build in here, but I thought the color scheme was perfectly fitting, and it had the perfect amount of contrast that I wanted to have in here. I hope I chose the right color for the windows. I wanted them to be brown, but when I was putting those side things to the windows, I wasn't quite sure if it really was brown or if I chose a red color for those windows. So I would be very thankful for you guys if you tell me in the comment section if I chose a red or if I hit the brown, because I wanted them to be brown. But as you know, colorblind, yeah, not always that easy for me. Yeah, I also wanted to have some chairs down there where you can sit down on the veranda and just relax a little bit. Yeah, and then I was going to finish the whole thing using those North African wooden beams to make some kind of a ceiling. I'm just having a hard time today finding the correct words. I don't know why, but yeah, I think I had a very, very stressful week last week, and so lots of my brain cells are in recreation mode right now, and they are not able and not willing to work right now. So I'm sorry for that, and I hope you guys understand what I'm telling you, or at least what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, the terrace is already finished. I wanted to have something like a chimney in here. I know we have the in-game ones, but that was looking too big and too huge for me to yeah, to really fit in there, because this little house is really, really small, and I didn't want to have a huge unnatural unrealistic looking chimney over here. So I just used these art pieces and put it on a yeah, on that post to simulate something like a chimney, and put the special effect with the smoke in there so that we have an actual smoking chimney over there. Yeah, and we also didn't have finished the path, or yeah, the fencing around the path in that whole area. So I copied around the fence that we had made for the flamingos, and I also used for the capybaras right on the opposite side of that habitat, to make it look like a little bit of a bridge. I also used those mesh fence pieces once again underneath the bridge so that the beavers could not swim underneath there and swim into the habitat of the capybaras and the giant river otters. Yeah, and the next thing that was very time consuming, and I'm still not too happy with it, was to build a little, yeah, not really a little, to build a beaver dam. I don't know if I was successful in terms of making it look realistic. I don't think so. But in the end, yeah, to say I'm happy with it would be a little bit too much. I'm okay with it. Yeah, because I've seen many beaver dams of you guys that you build in your zoos, and I am not that kind of a patient person that can build something like that. And spend hours and hours to make that happen. So yeah, I just built this clump of I wanted to say bricks, sticks and bricks. Yeah, of course, of sticks and branches and dead trees and living trees and oh my god, and yeah, it looks. If I say it looks weird, you are going to say, yeah, you're correct, that looks weird. So I'm going to say it looks pretty cool and pretty awesome, and I'm very happy with it. So that you guys can reframe that as well. No, I'm okay with it, how it looks. I think everybody can see what I was meant to do here, and yeah, just keep it that way. Just say the Beavers have built that and they are not finished already with it, so this is still work in progress by the Beavers. Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds cool, and that it was not my fault, but yeah, just the Beavers. The Beavers were lazy. Okay, all jokes aside, I had to decorate the waterfalls a little bit more and used those, yeah, those beaver dam pieces once again in there to decorate it a little bit, and also used those birch tree greenery to make it look nice, and yeah, as I said, I really like the whole thing, and in the end it all comes together very very nice, and well, not perfect, but yeah, in the end, what is perfect, and do we really want perfect things? I don't think so. Perfect things are boring. Yeah, just some elevation on the, yeah, on the dry land side, just call it that, and to make it look interesting. And I also wanted to have some kind of an elevated viewing platform for our guests where you can see, where you can have a better view at our animals, and where you can have a better view in the water area and come a little bit closer to the animals. I don't think it is very clever to build the whole thing out of wood when you have a beaver habitat. Yeah, but we're just not thinking about that. We're not here for hyperrealism, we are here for the looks. Yeah, and with that being said, this here doesn't look nice because those building pieces don't align perfectly. But if you have something like that, you still can make that work when you just cheat a little bit. You always have to come up with some kind of a plan B, and to make it look good, and to make it look like yeah, so that other people can't see that you just fixed something or came up with a plan B or failed and had to come up with something else. So make it look like it was planned like that in the beginning. So as I couldn't make it happen to come together as I wanted it to come together, I had to put in those wooden posts in between where those gaps were from yeah, from the fence pieces, and as you can see, it looks really, really cool. And also where the path is going up to the elevated viewing area, we had some bigger gaps in here, and I just used these two very, very big and tall trees and put them in between, and yeah, it also looks pretty cool. At least I think so. I don't know if you think the same way, but yeah, I really like how the whole thing looks. So here I was putting down some of the glass fencing to make it look a little bit cohesive and connect it with the habitat that we had on the opposite side for the capybara, so that it all comes together in a way. Yeah, and all we have to do now is, yeah, lots of rock work and putting down plants and stuff. And I also noticed that the yeah, the path is or the entrance into the water for our animals is very steep. So I decided we had to do some rock work to make it easier for them to step into the water. But in the end, as the animals were in the habitat, I noticed that they didn't have that much of a problem with it. Yeah, for the backdrop, once again, I was using those faux rock trees. They look very, very, very cool, give the whole thing an interesting look. And I just didn't want those faux rocks all around the backside of the habitat, because that would have looked a little bit weird and yeah, wouldn't have been that nice. So I decided to build some new fencing here. This kind of fencing is only new for Waveland Park. It's not new for Arizona or Swamp Lake, because I built that there very much. I'm using those metal pieces that we had in the European DLC as a frame of the whole thing, and then for those small bits in between, I'm using those cable pieces, which come in very handy because they are also recolorable, so you can give them all the colors that you want, and they are smaller and thinner than those metal beams that I'm usually using when I'm building stuff like that. So I discovered that about 3 or 4 weeks ago when I used it the first time, and I'm really, really liking it. First of all, I was thinking, oh my god, what am I building here? This fence looks like I'm building the T-Rex paddock from Jurassic Park. But yeah, I really do like it. It is modern. It fits almost everywhere, and yeah. So I'm using this quite often, and I think I'm going to use that more often in Waveland Park as well from now on. Or maybe I discover something new and I'm coming up with even new stuff. Yeah, as you can see already, the habitat is coming together right now and looking very cool and very natural, and I'm really happy how it turned out. As I was not feeling it in the beginning, as I told you guys, as I was starting to build and bringing my ideas to life and thinking, no, this just doesn't work out. Yeah, but right now I'm pretty happy, and I think it fits perfect in that area and also in the theming of the zoo, because yeah, we have those Disney style kind of buildings in here, and trying to build realistic but overly realistic so that you can see it is fake, and I think I accomplished that here. I hope so. Yeah, just let me know in the comment section what you think about it, if you like the whole habitat, if you had made something different, or if you would love me to add something to it, if there's something missing, if I should do a little bit more or whatever. Yeah, this also has been one of the habitats that didn't cost me that much time. Well, besides of the habitat for the flamingos, that was pretty easy to build. I built on this habitat for about, yeah, 2.5 hours, I think. Yeah, 2.5 hours, which is still pretty long, because the habitats that I built for other zoos, for example, are taking me like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, or something like that. But yeah, not more. Usually not more. Yeah, some animal enrichment. I wanted to put in that feeder, but the water was not deep enough. That's a problem that we do have in all the habitats here on, yeah, on top of that hill. Yeah, on top of that hill in the river's edge. Because as I told you guys, I cannot fix that problem. I cannot make that yeah, the water level deeper. Yeah, by putting down that enrichment for the beavers into the water, I don't know if it works, but I will let you guys know in the next episode, because I thought that would be a great idea, so that the whole thing looks a little bit more natural, and it would be perfect if the beavers could use it when it is put in the water. Yeah, as I said, I will let you guys definitely know. Also, don't worry, as I'm putting down those signs for the capybaras for the beaver habitat, I will change that off screen and give you a view at the finished product when when it is finished. As I was looking at the elevated viewing area here, I wasn't that happy with it. Well, that's not correct. I was happy with it, but I thought it could use a roof so that we have something like a pavilion in here. And that is what I built right now. So I used those wooden planks on the outside to have a frame for it, and those bigger wooden posts in the center of it to have some kind of a roof in there. And it is quite easy to build something like that. In the beginning, I wanted it to yeah, to combine those wooden planks and the wooden posts together and copy it around and rotate it, but it didn't work out, so I had to do it in 2 steps. So I had to separate the posts from the planks and copy it around and rotate it, and I had to copy and rotate the planks separately. You can see it wouldn't align to the center of it, so I had to do it different. And once again, I was changing it and trying it out, and it didn't align. So yeah, as I said, I had to separate the posts and the planks, and here you can see it worked. So I was building the roof at first and the frame when I was finished. And you already can see we are going to have this nice and yeah, great looking wooden roof right here. And just having the planks as a frame going around it. Yeah, then connect all the stuff into one building, just elevate the thing a little bit higher, and then I used those wooden posts and yeah, just copied them and put it a little bit higher, then deleted every second one of them, and we have this nice and great looking pavilion. And here you can see the new signage that I made for the Beaver. Here, the advertisement, the river's edge. Yeah, just some more little rocks in the habitat, and then we are already finished with the new beaver habitat. So that is the third habitat that we have in here right now. As you can see, the beavers are already in here, and here you have a nice looking overview at the habitat, and I really do like it. It looks so nice and swampy and natural, and yeah, I'm just very happy with it. Yeah, so the next habitat that we are going to build is for one of the caiman species that we have in the game, so that the South American area is finished. After that, we still have to build for the small cloud otters, for the Asian small cloud otters, for the red-crowned crane, and also for the platypus. And yeah, after we did that, so 4 more episodes if I'm correct, yeah, 4 more episodes, then the river's edge will be finished and we can go into a complete new area. Okay guys, so we are at the end of the video. You can have a look at our beautiful animals in there and enjoy the nice habitat a little bit more. If you like the video, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any further episodes on Waveland Park, Arizona Adventure Park, or Swamp Lake Zoo as well, and the future franchise series that is going to be on the channel in November, I think. Yeah, so I hope to see you guys next time, and yeah, that's all. Okay, bye guys.